Gonna wait for a few more people to come on. Just gonna wait for a few more people to come on. Once you're on, just let me know that you're watching so that we can have a little discussion, a little discussion about some of the things that are happening in Barbados. In particular, let's talk about the protests that occurred outside the U.S. Embassy today. Let's talk about that. So when you're ready, hi! Hey guys, thanks for joining. Good evening, nice child. Great to see everybody's good. Hi, Alexander, watching from the UK. Sweet. All right, guys. So first, let me just commend all the people who wanted to stand in solidarity with the African Americans in the USA. Because we know that they're facing a lot of racial discrimination, racial profiling. For many Black African Americans in the States, they literally fear for their lives every day. So I have no problem with us standing in solidarity. I have no problem with us advocating for accountability when it comes to the investigating or the investigations of hate crimes towards African Americans. But let's bring it home. Let's have a discussion about where we live right here in Barbados. We know that we experience a bit of racism, some people more than others, but we should be protesting against systemic classism in Barbados, though. We should be protesting about the eradication of the middle class in Barbados, though. We should be protesting about all the inequalities that people exist. We should be protesting about our inability to bring down or eradicate poverty. Why aren't we protesting those things? We have people in Barbados who are in jail on remand for over 5 years. Cases are not heard as yet. Why aren't we protesting for that? We have so many issues in Barbados, but we are quite comfortable to jump on the bandwagon just to be part of the international trend of what is going on, when we can't even address in a cohesive manner the things that affect the people right here in Barbados. Hi, Lisa. Why? Let me ask y'all something, because all of us are Black right here. How many Black parents in Barbados are investing in the future of their children? How many of you set up bank accounts for your children? How many of you will go and buy Melinda Bell's children's book, which teaches children how to save? How many of you invest in property? And don't tell me that property is too expensive because you will go and buy the latest car. How many of you make these sacrifices to ensure that we don't repeat the cycle that currently repeats itself? I am somewhat confused. I am really confused. So I wear my ice gold and green because I support the cause. But I would rather see us as a people in Barbados fighting for the right things. Fighting for accountability, fighting for transparency, fighting for equality. That's just me. There's Miss Barnwell, there's nothing that is stopping us from protesting those things, but do we? Do we speak out about those things? Do we speak out? We don't speak out about those things. We wait until the horse is out of the stable barn and then we want to address issues. Why? Why always after the fact? You have the Asians in Barbados, you have the Syrians in Barbados, you have the Indians in Barbados. All of them ensure that the members of their communities thrive. The Caucasians in Barbados, they thrive. The Blacks in Barbados, they thrive too when they join some of those circles, but then they kick down the ladder to stop any of the rest of us from attaining the same level of success at times. And very often it's always our own that puts stumbling blocks in our way. How many small businesses get loans from the banks? I've worked at a banking institution, and I can tell you for a fact that where I may go and apply for a loan, I would get denied, but somebody else from a different race will go and apply for the same loan with no collateral, and be approved though. And the person that denied my loan is the same color as me here. Just saying. I'm just saying. We can do better, and we as Black people in Barbados, we really need to work on building each other up instead of tearing each other down. And the systemic classism in Barbados is perpetuated by Blacks. It is perpetuated by Blacks. And I may probably get a few licks for my opinions, but you know my back broad. I can handle it. I can handle it. Blacks make it harder for other Blacks. Exactly, Mr. Husbands. Bajans don't want another Bajan to get rich off of them. We don't like to see each other making progress. That's right, Joelle. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why do we have to make it so hard for each other? But when somebody with a lighter skin shade attains success, oh, we ain't got no problem with that. We ain't got no problem. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. It's so great. It's great. A Black person achieve a level of success. He's selling drugs though. He dealing in illegal activity. You can't be Black and successful. You can't be Black and working hard. You gotta be doing something underhanded. And that is coming from our own elk. Our own Black people think that way of our own. Why? Cause girl, yes, girl, I gonna need the Rasta colors and the time I got my wig and thing. They can tell me how I could be talking about Black consciousness and they got a wig, but me ain't care. I don't care. But the reality is, we as Black people, we have to make the change. We have to make a change. And we don't have an opposition in Barbados. The people are the opposition. The people, we are the opposition. So when you see things not going right, you are supposed to speak out. You speak out respectfully. You speak out in a way not to, taint or tarnish any person's reputation, but you have to speak out. And I think it is time that we Black people in Barbados, we need to network more. And I talk about network just to go up on a cruise or fat, or network when it comes to crop over time. No, we need to network to generate wealth, to generate generational wealth, to generate wealth that your great grandchildren would understand that their future is secured. All the other races do it. All the other races do it. And don't tell me take color out of the equation. Don't tell me take color. Don't tell me take color at all, because we're discussing color. So if you don't want to discuss color, exit, close off my live. I'm discussing it. And discussing color does not mean that we hate Caucasians. It does not mean that we hate Indians. It does not mean that we hate people of Asians or mixed race or whatever. No, we gotta talk about what affects us. I'm Black though. I have lived and worked in the United Kingdom. I have experienced, racism on a minor scale, not enough to affect me psychologically, but I've experienced it. I've experienced discrimination because my skin is dark, whereas somebody who is fair skin or high red would get preferential treatment. So don't tell me don't discuss color though, Don't tell me don't discuss it. Because it's perpetuated in the media. It's I want a red man because I want a pretty baby. Yeah? Come on now. You see somebody with a red skin baby with curly hair and you would say, that baby's so sweet. You will see a dark-skinned baby and you go, oh yeah, baby pretty. As though we can't read the sarcasm in this statement. Why do you have to, why is that the case? Why is that the case? The musicians, the artists, how are black people portrayed in movies? How do we portray all women in music and music videos? Black girls are hoes, hoochie mamas, baby mamas. How do we portray all women? Do we elevate all women as queens, as royals, as empresses? How do we elevate our women? If your boxy flat is a problem, if your boxy big is a problem, I get confused. I'm a black woman in a black country, and I'm confused at times. We need to be comfortable in our own skin, and we need to know that all shades of black are beautiful. All shades of black. Oh Lord, yes, no, you don't go in the sun. You ain't want to get too dark. We should be focusing on the right things. Yes, Nisha, decades of brainwashing in the media. Black negates negativity. Black negates evil. White is purity. White is light. Black is witchcraft. Black men are the criminals in the movies. The black girls gotta be ghetto. They're stealing somebody's man. Look. All I want to say is that we need to focus on building a healthy, powerful, structured, thriving black community in Barbados that will dismantle the cycles of poverty, and it starts with education. It starts with education, because we are now seeing a lot of people who don't value education. They don't see. Are you asking me if I'm a real person? No, I am not a real person. I'm just a mannequin right here, Andy Pandy, speaking to you. So I will repeat. It starts with education. Value for education. Teach your children to go to school and learn. Teach your children that regardless of how intelligent they are, that they should learn a skill. I have seen people with bachelors, masters, doctorates, and they do things on the side, whether it's carpentry, landscaping, whether it's tiling, plumbing, hair, nails. They have a trade. They have something to fall back on, because we are living in a world that is changing every day. How we were 10 years ago is not how we're going to live right now. We are in a technological era. You should be marketing your business online. I'm not even listening to you, Alex Mitchell, because if you're saying school books are lies, educate your children. Sit down and have conversations with your children. Everything that is in a book can be taught, and everything in a book will not be applicable in the 21st century. So let's not talk about the books. Let's not talk about the books, because we're teaching critical thinking. And if you can't think critically, then something is wrong with you. We want to be able to think critically. We want to be able to take information as it is given to us and decipher it and be able to determine if it's applicable. Can we apply this? Can this make me a better person? Is this a good decision right now? Critical thinking. It's not that complicated. You take everything that is given to you with a grain of salt. A grain of salt. I have friends who, my neighbor is right here on this live, and whenever she plants something in her garden, she walks over and I would get lettuce, I would get okras, I would get whatever. And she has the green thumb. I don't have the green thumb. If I plant something, it's dead. I'm not even wasting my time. Do something to better yourself. Grow something to feed yourself. Do something to bring in an extra income. And yes, Link education with success. Thank you, Miss Vi. Make sure that your son learns a trade. It's very important. And let me just say that when we talk about when we talk about addressing classism in Barbados, we want to promote the notion of people treated with mutual respect and equality that grew up in parish land, who never got in trouble with the law. But some people may think because you come from parish land, you ain't supposed. If you grew up in Clearview Heights or whatever, there's nothing wrong with you attaining a certain level of success. We would clap and cheer when the one-off child gets a little scholarship, but look at who's getting these scholarships. Look at the type of people who are getting the scholarships. People who can afford to send their children to tertiary institutions. So we as poor and middle income people have to understand that we got to push our children to get those scholarships too. Because you can't afford no tertiary, no to send them no $150,000 when a year come. Push your children to get these scholarships. And the parents who know that their children have athletic ability, who when sports turn come around and the PE teachers calling you and saying your child has potential, and you and tell the PE teachers, yeah, Warren, he don't like to check the javelin. I can't make he or she do nothing. What? Who is the parent though? Who is the parent? A person potential to get a scholarship, but you as a parent, you're going to say quite confidently and calmly, you can't make he do nothing, and you are the parent. You are the parent. But children who don't have the natural raw talent and the ability out there fighting for their life on the track and in the field, working towards that scholarship. But you saying, you can't make it? All right. You can't make it. Or she. I have seen it time and time again, where some parents are the stumbling blocks in their children's way, and you have to be the stepping stone. You bring them in the world, or them and get here on their own. You're supposed to provide for them, and you're supposed to nudge them in the direction. Make better choices. Make better choices. And you cannot say, now that we are in a technological world, that you don't know. You don't know is not an excuse. We have too much information at our fingertips. The same way that you get and you forward gossip, use the phone and research what grants are available. Use the internet and research how you can get a scholarship. The Chinese offer scholarships every year. The Australian and the Canadian Council offer scholarships every year. Y'all don't apply? Y'all don't apply? Because you are thinking, man, then for other people already and blah blah. No, you don't care if they're for other people. You apply and you go through the process. Invest in your children's future. Because at the end of the day, unless we break the cycle, it's going to repeat itself. It's going to repeat itself. I mean, what more can I say? Yes, Miss Holder, they use the internet and smartphones for all the wrong things, right? Well, Mr. Pandy, if you know that the politicians giving the scholarships to all their friends, you could call them out on that. But I am saying that the scholarships are available and you need to apply for them. Grants are available and you need to apply for them. And you keep your paperwork. If it's not in black and white, it never happened. It must be in black and white. You need a paper trail. Yes, Miss Bristol, at times we are our own worst enemy. But sometimes we are also fearful. We fear failure. We as Black people fear failure. And I think, and Lisa can probably speak to this. We went to college and we went to university together. We've worked together. I think that one of the things that we as Black people have to accept is failure. Failure does not mean that you're going to constantly fail. Failure is an opportunity to grow. Failure is an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Failure is an opportunity to become better. Stop fearing failure. Learn to take a risk. If you never take that risk, you never know what would the outcome be. Believe in your ability. Believe in your potential. We can do better. We can do better. I know we can do better. And people always like to bring politics into everything, but we the people are the powerful ones. We the masses, we are the ones who hold the power. Yes, it is an opportunity to learn. We have to take risks. And we have to be willing to venture into the unknown. I keep saying, if you've never lived and worked abroad, your thinking may tend to be myopic. You're only seeing through this little lens. The world is vast. There's so many opportunities out there. Encourage your children to be able to branch out. Encourage your children to explore and go and see the world. Yes, sometimes you gotta lose. I agree, Rory. Sometimes we fear success. We fear success. I want to read your comment. Rory saying we also fear success just as much, if not more, because of the change of the paradigms that will come with the success. And some do not believe they deserve to be successful. And I would hope that people can scroll back and read Rory's comment, because it is so powerful. We fear success because we don't believe that we deserve to be successful. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. We deserve success though. Every aspect of success, every ounce of achievement you've attained, don't ever think that you didn't deserve it. Of course you deserved it. And you see the crabs in the barrel mentality, the people who always like to tear down people without even knowing the struggles. You don't know a person's struggle. You don't know what they went through to achieve a certain level of success. But the first thing you are quick to believe is the negative, instead of being happy. I'm happy to see that little girl they saw with the corner shop. I'm happy to see the woman they saw selling things online. I'm happy for the person that doing online lessons. I'm happy for the mason. I'm happy for the carpenter, the plumber. You have to celebrate each other's success. And in times of failure, you have to celebrate that failure too and lift the person up. See it as an opportunity to grow and to learn and to build character. I remember I went to the Pine a day this week to collect some baby donations from Miss Pat. My first time going into, I can't remember the area of the Pine that I went into, but I didn't know how to get there, and I picked up a stranger. He said, "I'm going to take you," and he said to me, and he was discussing a situation with me, and he said to me, A plus B equals C. My attitude plus my behavior determines my character. My attitude plus my behavior determines my character. Your attitude towards life and the way how you see the world Your behavior, how you carry yourself, the things that you do to achieve success equates to your character, the way that people see you. We have to stop hating ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We need to embrace each other. We need to support each other. We need to buy black books. We need to go and support black plays. We need to change the narrative in the media. Sing songs that are empowering. Let us see more positive images in the media. Let us see more positive things occurring in the media. And we need to see less discrimination against classes when it comes to financing in Barbados. Open up the boundaries. Let every person have an equal opportunity to invest, maybe in offshore companies. Let everybody have an equal opportunity to invest in shares, to buy shares. We have to do better. So I think we've had a good discussion. This was my first live. Maybe I will do it again. We had a very good conversation, and let's see how best we can build each other up. Let's share more information about things that are empowering. Let us share our best practices. Let us promote each other's businesses and ventures and support it positively, so that we can progress as a people, so that we can see a thriving black community in Barbados, which is one that encourages the importance of education, the importance of creating generational wealth, the importance of investing. And we need to do it. We need to do it for our kind. And that's all I have to say. Have a good day, everybody. Peace out. God bless.